Oh no. It happened again. Trump has made an obsession of his so known to the public. Fine, care about it privately. Don't make it known to the public because you set up the perfect insecurity to be exploited and manipulated. You remember one of the things that threw Trump off for the rest of the debate night back during the presidential debate was Harris's comments about his small crowds. Harris has had jam-packed crowds. Trump can usually get big crowds, but something that I don't care about, but he does, so we're going to point it out, and then I'll show you a clip of him reacting again to phenomena like this one. You have Aaron Rupar saying this, and I'll show you clips from this rally. Wow, far from a capacity crowd for Trump's rally in Saginaw, Michigan. This is as he's going on stage. And let me actually route this audio correctly for you all. Now, to be honest, because we always should be, clearly the section they've designated for the rally is over in this little part of the gym. And they're not using the rest of the gym. So it's not that people, I guess there are some people there. Maybe people are allowed to be there. That's really embarrassing. But there were also videos from outside, a similar thing, not a bunch of people waiting outside. And you can even see clips like this one of someone yawning behind him.
I wear it. It's true. No.
Yep, you see this guy yawning aggressively. So, with that being said, since a rally some time ago, and I just want to keep reiterating, because I feel that some of you might think, why are you focusing so much on this? I'm focusing on it because Trump focuses on it, and because Harris is using it to throw him off his game and create moments like the one we're going to watch here. Before clicking play on it, do please click the subscribe button. We're trying to race so we get the word out to 1 million subscribers. We're so close. And many of you like the show, watch the show, but aren't subscribed, so please do. But here is Trump still focused on, what has it been, like a week now since he had a Wisconsin rally? And originally, I think he said 40, or maybe he said 50,000. Now he's saying 60,000 people were waiting outside who couldn't get in, and he only spoke in front of 700.
You got to think of it. I just left Wisconsin. We 5 days ago, we had a sort of a rally. It wasn't supposed to be. 60,000 people showed up in Wisconsin. But the White House wouldn't give us proper security coverage. So we end up in a room of about 900 people. You have 60,000 people, 50 to 60,000 people outside waiting. But they don't want that because they don't want crowds. What they are doing is such a disgrace to our country. And so to those people in Wisconsin that didn't make it, I think they love us, and I think they're going to vote. By the way, we're up in all of the polls. We're up in every swing state.
Isn't there a song? In Saginaw, Michigan. Yeah, he's not up in all the swing states. It's not true that... I used to have to say it's not true that 50,000, because that's what he used to claim. Now he's saying 60,000, 10,000 extra people, he found out. When in reality, no. That's every time he says this, every time I'm at one of these rallies and he says this, there's max 200 people standing outside. And most of them are selling shirts. They're merch people. And then there's me sometimes and the guys that I bring. So he's lying. He's so insecure because the room that he spoke in front of was small. And he's blaming Biden because Secret Service is trying to have more indoor events because they're trying to keep him safe. How can you get mad at Biden both for trying to, it's not Biden, but the administration, Secret Service, for both taking your advice and upping the precautions to keep you safe, and for then restricting how many people you can speak in front of, but you better go kiss Biden on the cheek, leave a big orange blotch there for, even though it's not him, you're thinking it's him. If it really is him, then you should thank him, because otherwise you would have had a huge outdoor venue and only 1,000 people would have shown up, because that's how many showed up to that event. Stop melting down over this. It's been rally after rally. I don't think some of you, if this is the first time you've heard him say that, understand how nuts this is. He keeps bringing it up. And it's because he looks out and goes, oh no, this is not the room at capacity that I want to be speaking in front of. So I'm going to say about a different rally, a story that will make them think, oh, surely there must be all these people outside, except they, with their own eyes and ears, can go witness outside that there's not. And it doesn't matter. I mean, it's a little bit of a sign of energy. Harris's rallies are jam-packed. Some of Trump's are, some of Trump's aren't. And people seem to leave pretty quickly from them. But it's more about how childish and easy to manipulate Trump is, because now, instead of making the case against Kamala Harris, he's spending so much time making the case against his own rallies. Then you have him saying this.
You know, we had the best 4-year period of any president in history, and that's despite the China virus coming in. Despite the China virus.
Despite the... Wait. That's definitely not true. And it's sick, and it's demented, and it's twisted. Here's why. He's saying it was the best 4 years we ever had, when one of those years, 25%, was us caught up in a global pandemic that he was mismanaging, leading to hundreds of thousands of more deaths than we needed to have, based on analyses we've reviewed. The thousands of people dying per day, is that the part that was the best of the 4 years? Or you're talking about a different part? Surely, right? The first 3 years, when you inherited a good economy and then exacerbated income inequality, it looked fine because of what you inherited, and then the chance that you had to be a leader, you completely botched it. That last year? Super high unemployment, economic crash? Because he's saying despite the pandemic era, despite it, still 4 years were incredible. Ignoring the pain that he both didn't cause but mismanaged and inflicted, like the democratic crisis, on the American people. Then he can't stop talking about Springfield, Ohio, despite him being to blame for bomb threats based on his lies at schools. Racist verbal attacks against Haitian citizens of that town, or not citizens, Haitian residents of that town who do have legal status, or just people who are perceived to be Haitian, as we've seen, who aren't actually, but are being accosted. And he still says this.
See what's happened with Springfield and Aurora. You see what happened, Springfield, Ohio. You see what's happening. Would you like to have that happen to you? Good, I was just curious. Who the hell can do that? Who can do it?
Do they know what that is that was done? Some of you, I'm not sure if you can really imagine, unless you talk to some of the folks going to these rallies. Many of them might not even know anything about Springfield. Literally. Many of them might not even have watched the debate. It's so strange. I've asked rally attendees about, hey, Marjorie Taylor Greene, I don't know who that is. I don't know that. The quote was, I don't know who the hell that is because I don't like Biden. Huh? I've asked people about Trump being indicted. Then when he's been indicted, it's crazy how little some of the people who love him the most know about him, which maybe is a part of why they think they love him, because they don't know him. But they say, no, I don't want that to be done in Springfield. Or I don't want that to be done to me, what was done in Springfield. Many of the things that were done are lies. Then this.
But if Lion Kamala gets in, if she gets, can you imagine another 4 years like we've lived the last one? Think of it. People are dying in North Carolina. They're dying all over those 5, 6 states. They're dying, and they're getting no help from our federal government because they have no money, because their money's been spent on people that should not be in our country.
That's just false. He's just lying. He's exploiting a crisis for political purposes, which few things in this life are as shameful as that. Biden and Harris have been leading the correct response to the tragedy that was Hurricane Helene. Not shooting paper towel rolls like basketballs, as Trump did, than this.
We did great in 2016. A lot of people don't know. We did much better in 2020. We won. We did win. It was a rigged election. You have to tell Kamala.
Hey, Tom Emmer. Yoo-hoo, Tom Emmer. Republican senator who said, why does the media keep bringing up 2020? Trump brought it up. You have to answer for it now. Oh, we just want to talk about 2024, not 2020. That's what they keep saying. JD Vance, we're looking towards the future. Clearly not. So now that he's talking about it, you talk about it. What do you believe about the 2020 election? Because if you can't, after the bombshell that was this legal motion filed by Jack Smith's team, outlining again for us and new details just how anti-democratic, unconstitutional, and illegal Trump and his team acted in trying to prevent Biden from coming to office, even though he lawfully won the election. You have to show us that you have one single iota of a dedication to our Constitution. If you can't acknowledge that, no, Biden won the election, that's why he became president, and I respect that, then I don't want to hear your view on a single other thing. Because the only way we have the system to decide on how we govern on every other issue is by protecting this beautiful but fragile thing that we have. And Trump, with these lies and with what he did and might do that are justified based on these lies, doesn't give a you-know-what about our democracy. And so no more can the MAGA response be, well, we just want to talk about this November, not 2020 November. He keeps bringing it up, so now you got to answer for it. Sorry. Let me know what you're thinking. Is Trump really downsizing? Is he experiencing, as some people say, shrinkage with his rallies? And does that mean anything, or is it just a good way to poke him? To show people how easy it is to manipulate him, which is not what we want in a president. You can tell me in the comments and get the bonus show. We have a fun time on it by clicking the join button below.